Prior to 2020, our expectations were a growth year, a normal year, and probably in the 5% middle single digit increase of business year over year.
Kind of expected to have a nice catapult year, you know, with the two new buildings, two new facilities. The economy was doing pretty well. I think we were positioned for just continual steady growth, which would have been consistent with what we'd been doing the last few years.
We had a really strong 2019, and we were expecting 2020 to be even better. We had projected over 20% increase in revenue.
By May, we were flat year over year, and since then we've trended higher than last year. So we've really been fortunate. I think part of it for us is, I think a big part for us is this adrenaline rush of energy. Team comes together, COVID, fire. Hey guys, you know, everybody's rowing in the boat the same direction. And I think we were able to leverage that energy.
As far as our Wacker sales, they've actually been up this year quite a bit. We've seen definitely a hit in the service side of things. It seems like a lot of guys are starting to fix their own stuff. But parts has been steady. Sales have actually been up almost 300% over last year. I think kind of government funding to infrastructure has definitely benefited us.
It was a little odd and a little scary, and then it seems like maybe 3 weeks into the whole beginning of COVID, once we figured out that we were essential and our customers were essential, honestly, we kind of took off, and we made up for the deficit, and we've had just an excellent year.
We started bringing our people back in May, and service got back to full speed towards the end of May. Rentals into June before it come back with any strength, and the last couple months have been really good.
We still are practicing distancing. We are fogging all our warehouses and retail areas, offices, etc. We're relying a little bit more on technology, lots of videos, lots of Zoom, probably more so on that platform with our manufacturers and/or our associations. And we are still today in the field from a sales standpoint. We're still feeling out those customers that would like limited contact or no contact at all.
Wacker Noising can put people in this position to go above and beyond.
They've assisted in tracking machinery and locating equipment that we needed for retails. The marketing, I've spent a lot of time with marketing this year, working on different posts and medias. That has been a great help. And the financing programs that have been in place for the last 6 months or so have been really aggressive, and definitely with Wacker Noising support, we've been able to sell a fair amount of machines this fall, regardless of the conditions out there.
Actually, a lot of our customers in this kind of industry, just like specifically in the road building and landscaping, they've seen an increase in work, or it stayed pretty much the same. Some of our customers more in the like oil field related side of the business, they've seen spending freezes, and it has hurt in that side of things, and definitely in the service side. But as far as the construction side, people seem to be pretty flat out, so it hasn't really affected us too much in a negative way.
Fortunately, and thank the good Lord, all areas of our business have improved this year. Every department we've got is up. Our rentals have experienced the least growth this year, but our new machine sales are up. Parts is up, labor sales are up. I guess one thing that is down, our used equipment sales are down, but that's mostly an inventory issue. It just seems we've taken less trade-ins and just been selling new machines without trades. So
because we primarily we're a construction dealer, and they deemed that construction was a required service, so it never really shut down. We had some COVID on some of the bigger sites, which shut down sites for 2 weeks to 4 weeks, which impacted, rentals and sales a little bit. But, typically everybody just sat on their hands, used what they had, and split their crews. And they were working, instead of working the typical, 7 to 2:30 day, they would start at 6 and they'd run till 6, 7 at night with split crews, so they could have less people on site for social distancing. And that, again, there was no benefit to us, the dealership, but as far as the construction piece, it still did carry on and slowed a little bit, but it didn't shut itself off.
The biggest leverage, I think, is having the right equipment in stock when you need it. There's going to be a lot of availability issues coming up. We've seen this in the past when there's been shutdowns and slowdowns. So having the equipment in stock when you need it is going to be a huge advantage going forward. Those who have it will sell it, and those who don't will not have the opportunity.
We are projecting continued growth through 2020 and into 2021. I don't think the growth rates will be quite as high as we've experienced this year, but I think they'll be positive. We have an influx of people moving into this area, which drives the housing market and all the other markets associated with that. Your plumbers, electricians, landscapers, they all stay busy. And that's the core group of our customers. So I think we're looking at a good year or two ahead of us.
We just have high hopes for 2021, and hopefully we can carry on our momentum that we have going right now.
That, in my opinion, Wacker Neuson has probably the widest range of equipment in compact equipment of any manufacturer in the world, and it's working well for everybody, especially in our market right now.
It's great to be in the construction industry. We're very happy that we were included almost immediately as essential in keeping the U.S. economy ticking along as best we could. And I think overall, our industry answered the COVID pandemic siren quite well.
We took it on the chin a little bit, but I think we're coming out much stronger. We're looking for a manufacturer that will help, lead in the marketplace, lead with innovation, be strong and be bold and be a market leader and help us get the message to market. That will be a big pull out of what we're in.